Okay, I'm going to run one more video here. Some folks have asked how this ring would respond if I had it turned at a 45-degree angle. So we're going to test the Equinox 800 on a 45-degree angle coin ring. There you can see it sitting in the hole. It's at a 45-degree angle instead of straight up and down, or instead of perfectly flat. Some folks have wanted to know what the response would be like with the ring in the hole at 45. So here we go. I'm going to put the plug back on the hole, and we'll run it that way. Again, I'm in Park 1 mode. This time I'm running with factory discrimination. We'll try it with the horseshoe button taking discrimination off here in a minute. But let's run it this way and see what kind of response we get. And the response is just fine with the ring at a 45-degree angle, so it sounds real good. We will hit the horseshoe button. Shouldn't be very many in the way of iron tones based on how well it's hitting with discrimination. It's giving proper ID, and so it's not being discriminated, but we'll try it anyway with the horseshoe button off. Yep. I don't hear any iron tones there at all. So just to repeat, at a 45, whoops, it did turn a little bit flat. Let me try that again. 45-degree angle, and I won't put the plug on as hard. We'll make sure it stays perfectly 45. It went a little bit flat there. Try it again. No discrimination. So there's a little bit of iron tone there, but basically it's hitting it fairly well. The ID numbers are lower, but it's still hitting it fairly well. We'll put the discrimination back on. Again, a little bit choppier, but it's hitting it just fine. Now I'm going to try one final test here. I'm going to put the ring back on edge, perfectly vertical. And I'm going to try messing a little bit with the iron bias, just to see if raising or lowering iron bias changes. Now remember, the machine will struggle to hit the ring in discriminate mode with my machine in Park 1 mode. It'll struggle to hit this, as we've seen already. Now that's with iron bias of 3, I believe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the iron bias all the way to maximum, meaning it's going to tend to want to see this particular coin as iron because it's trending toward iron with the iron bias. And as you can see, I can't even get a response. So I'll take the horseshoe button off. Whoops, sorry. Take the horseshoe button off, run it with no discrimination. And it's almost an entirely iron sound, as would be expected with iron bias at the maximum. Now we're going to run the iron bias down to the minimum, down to 0. And in this case, with iron bias at 0, it's going to want to try and bring out any high tones that the machine is able to hear or to see, and report those. That's the idea of low iron bias. We'll see if it gives us any more high tones in that mode. Definitely better. I'm going to turn 90 degrees, and that way it hits it much better. Back to across the ring. So it is a little bit better if you run iron bias lower, all the way to the minimum. And it's a little bit better if you run with across the ring on edge long ways versus short ways. It hits it much better. Let me go back again and show the response. Running across the long axis of the ring, short axis. Go back to my iron bias. I'll run the iron bias up to maximum. And we'll run short axis. Here are the iron tones. Long axis. And it reports much better. So there's some different tests, different ways to run the machine, and different responses on that ring on edge, and also earlier at 45 degrees.